They called him the human joystick. They knew he was the X factor. Quick, elusive, electric. While players throughout the 2000s changed the game in various ways, he changed it every time opponents made the mistake of putting the ball in his hands. I'm Steven Jackson, and in this episode of Legends, we look at Dante Hall, the return man who made every kick an event. Dante Hall was born in Lufkin, Texas. At Texas A&M, he played both running back and returner, showing flashes of the explosiveness that would define his career. As a freshman, he led college football in punt return yardage and yards per rush. Over the next 2 seasons, he was the lead back for the Aggies, accumulating over 2,000 yards from scrimmage and 17 touchdowns. But an injury midway through his senior year limited his impact. Questions about his size and durability pushed Dante down draft boards. But the Kansas City Chiefs, they saw something. They took a chance on him in the 5th round of the 2000 NFL Draft. It took time for him to carve out a role, but when he did, he became the most dangerous return man in football. That December, Dante had 3 return touchdowns in the course of 7 days. On December 1st, against Arizona, Dante took a punt 90 yards to the house for the first punt return touchdown of his NFL career. A week later, he got the Chiefs on the board against the defending NFC champion Rams with an 88-yard kickoff return touchdown and followed it with an 86-yard punt return score. His late season breakout earned him into the Pro Bowl and his second-team All-Pro honors. Fans never left their seats when Dante lined up deep. Every kick was a chance for history. In 2003, Hall returned 5 kicks for touchdowns, including an NFL record streak of 4 consecutive games with a return score. In Week 2 against Pittsburgh, he took a kick off the length of the field for a touchdown, and in Week 3, it was a 73-yard punt return score against Houston. The next week, with the score tied 10-10 late against the Baltimore Ravens, Dante took a kickoff 97 yards to pay dirt for a 4th straight win to start the season. One of Hall's most iconic plays came the following week. The Denver Broncos were in Kansas City for a divisional battle. The Chiefs trailed by 6 midway through the 3rd quarter when this happened.
Yard line. Dancing. Middlebrooks can't get him. Now he's back inside the 5. It finds a seam. He's gone. He's got the kicker to beat. That's more. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching something that has never happened before in the National Football League.
Hall's returns weren't just highlights, they swung games. The Chiefs won that day and went on to win the AFC West for the first time in 5 years. Teams began to refuse to kick to Hall, but in doing so, they ended up giving the Chiefs offense great field position. That postseason, the Chiefs matched up with Peyton Manning and the Colts, and they did all they could to allow their game changer to help them take down Indy. In the 2nd quarter of that playoff game, with Kansas City trailing by 11, he caught a 9-yard touchdown from Trent Green to make it a 1-score game. Then, after the Colts had jumped out to a 14-point lead in the 3rd, Dante returned the ensuing kickoff 92 yards to the house to keep KC in the game. Unfortunately, they lost by 1 score. Dante stood just 5'8" and weighed 187 pounds, but the man was fearless. He credited his success to preparation, vision, and the belief that no tackle was certain until the whistle blew. Teammates loved his spark. Coaches trusted his work ethic. And fans embraced him as the face of excitement during the Kansas City Chiefs' early 2000 run. Following his incredible 2003 season, teams kept the ball away from Hall as much as they could. He scored a kick return in 2004 and again in 2005. But in 2007, Kansas City traded him to the St. Louis Rams. I was entering my 4th season in St. Louis, and it was a thrill to have him join us. From the first practice, I knew he was special. That first month with us, he broke off a punt return touchdown in Dallas, and his kick returns often gave us a great starting point on offense. Dante Hall made special teams special. He forced opponents to game plan for every kickoff and every punt. He retired with 12 career touchdowns, 6 on kickoffs, 6 on punts. He showed that one player with the ball in his hands and open field in front of him could redefine the momentum in an instant. For a few unforgettable years, no one in football was more electric. He juked, he spun, he scored, and that's why Dante Hall is a legend.